Hi, I'm Dr. Homan at Canopy Pediatrics here in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm both a board-certified pediatrician and lactation consultant, and today I will be talking about the 4 A's of breastfeeding: against, align, allow, and adjust. But today we will be focusing only on the first A, which is against. Future videos will cover the other 3 A's. Now, some of you may have seen my previous video, which is available on my website, canopypediatrics.com, which is titled S.O.S. Body Positioning for the Breastfeeding Parent. And this video builds on that. So after this video, after this Facebook Live event, you can go back and watch that. So let's go ahead and begin. Let me go to slide 2. So why the word against? Well, babies, first of all, think about how the only thing babies need to do is eat. And eating is hard for them. They sleep all day after they eat. Like think of things that we do: yard work, studying for exams, finishing a presentation when we are dead tired the next day. So that's how babies are about feeding. It is their work, it is their life. And then you see the brand new baby out of the womb. They're not very strong. And babies really need to be able to use their head and neck to suck and swallow. So think about us as adults. When we really need to use muscles and be ready to go, what do? We get a strong base. Think about basketball. We're up here, we're guarding people, we got a strong base. Think about tennis. You're ready to hit, you're moving, you're not just sitting up skinny, you'll fall over. And last, baseball. Also, you're ready to go, you're ready to hit, you got a strong base. So what is the baby's equivalent of a strong base? It's being on their front with their arms and legs holding their body really still and steady so that they can use their head and neck to swallow and suck. Now, if they have to stabilize themselves with their mouth, like if their body isn't really against the parent and it's just kind of sitting on a boppy, then they might bite down with their mouth to keep their jaw still. And that causes pain. They might get tired sooner, so they're not going to gain weight like they're supposed to. So these are the problems that we're trying to avoid. All right, let's go to the next slide. So now, against has 2 parts. The first one is more important. The first one is that you should try and keep the front of the baby, the face, the chest, and the stomach against the nursing parent. That makes sense. That's the strong base. Now, the second one, you can get away with sometimes not doing it, but if you do it, it's very helpful, is that the baby's weight should be helping to keep the baby in that position. So I have some pictures here to show you what I'm talking about. All right, so look at this first picture. Doesn't that baby look like it's just steady and stable? You see that the baby's chest, the stomach, the face is completely buried against the breast. That baby's body is stable. It can use its head to move up and down, left, right, find the breast, find the nipple. You know, it doesn't need to bite down to keep itself still. So this is a great example. And you also notice that this baby the baby's weight is helping it to push kind of down on the mother and stay in this position. Let's look at the next example. So this can happen it's important to happen in all the holds. So the first hold, the football hold, we see that the baby is tight against the mother. The chest, the stomach, and the face are all tucked in tight against the side of the mother, giving the baby's head and neck stability. And then the second picture, the mother who's breastfeeding sideline on the bed, you see that the baby is tucked up tight against the mother's chest, and that is giving the baby the necessary stability. And now one quick note here at Canopy Pediatrics, I think we are the only pediatric office in town that we have a sofa bed, so that if a mother needs to learn side lying or would like to learn side lying, we can work on that here in the office. Some families and some parents just do best in that position. All right, let's go on to the next. Now, this is my favorite picture of the number 2 part of against. How the baby's weight, it's very helpful if the baby's weight can push down on the baby and hold the baby's chest and stomach in that very stable position. And you see in this picture that the baby is up high on the mom. A lot of times people don't know that the babies need to be up high like that so the baby is straight down on the breast, but it also does depend on which way the breasts are pointed, which we will get to in the align episode. But notice in this picture that the baby is, in the prone face down position, the weight's holding the baby there, and that baby is just very stable. It can use its arms and legs, it can use its stomach to move its head around and find the breast, and it doesn't need to worry about using its mouth and jaw to hold itself steady on the breast. Let's see if there's any questions yet. Not that I see. All right, we'll go on to the next example. And these are the examples of where the baby is not being held against the parent. So now in the top example, you see that the baby's chest, stomach, the front of the baby's pelvis is just laying out there open, and so the baby's kind of wiggly and it doesn't have any stability to use its head and neck to latch onto the breast. This could really cause problems. Babies do get stronger as they get older, and maybe that's why sometimes the pain does go away for people with bad form after weeks or months. That's a possibility. Now the second picture is showing a baby on a boppy. So this baby is not following either step of the against. So first of all, the baby, you can see there's space in front of the baby. The baby is not tucked up tight against the mother. So the baby is just kind of sitting out there free, doesn't have anything to push on to help it move its neck if the baby needs to. Then also you see the weight of the baby is actually pushing the baby against the boppy, not against the mother. So this baby is unstable, and though it looks great, and we see people doing it all the time, and we all know that people have breastfeeding trouble all the time too, boppies can be a problem. If you use them to help you keep the baby against yourself, then they're helpful, but oftentimes they are more of a problem than they are helpful. All right, again, so in summary, against has two parts. The first one is that you should keep the baby against the nursing parent, the baby's face, the baby's chest, the baby's tummy, the baby's pelvis should all be tucked up against the nursing parent so that the baby has a strong base, like someone playing basketball or tennis. They have their wide legs and they're ready to go. The second one is that if possible, it's not very possible in the football hold, but if possible, it's even better if the baby's own weight can be pushing down on the baby to help it even be more stable in that position, like we've seen in the pictures. All right, so that's it for today. Again, I'm Dr. Russell Homan. I'm a board certified pediatrician and lactation consultant here in Tallahassee, Florida. My website is canopypediatrics.com. I'm also taking new patients to my office here in Tallahassee, Florida. And also stay tuned because this Saturday at 9 a.m. we will be doing a Facebook Live event where I go over the Align. And I have a lot of good illustrations and drawings. Also check out my website where there's more educational videos and parent handouts. All right, thanks for tuning in tonight.